Vice-Chancellor, members of the Senate, and graduates and guests, and Mr. Bonds. I am truly honoured, if not completely overwhelmed, to be here today to receive this award from the Open University. I know very well how hard all of you have worked to get your degrees, and what sacrifices you and your families will have made to achieve so much. So it's a great privilege to be here, and I'd like to add my congratulations to the many congratulations which you'll all be receiving today. Over the years, I've had many important personal and professional connections with people from the Open University, and that's why today has a special meaning for me. One of my connections, of course, is through Lord Briggs, who I'm delighted to say will be here later today. He's formerly Vice-Chancellor of your university, and as Peter said, Vice-Chancellor at the University of Sussex, my university, and also one of the founders of Sussex. He brought the papers, or offered a home to the papers of mass observation at Sussex. Without his foresight, there would be no archive today, and I wouldn't be standing here today either. But there's a more philosophical connection which I wanted to make between the Open University and mass observation. When it was set up back in 1937, one of the aims of mass observation was to create a more democratic kind of social science, one in which everyone could take part. The idea that ordinary people could write their own histories or could be involved in the study of their own lives was pretty new in the 1930s. And it's still a bit radical today, I have to say, as some of you may know, but it's much more familiar to us now. It's this openness that the first mass observations felt to people and to ideas, which is what, for me, makes the link with the Open University especially significant. Your mission, open to people, places, methods and ideas, and your explicit commitment as a university to social justice resonates with those original ideas of mass observation. And it's these ideas that mesh with my own, and I hope, continue to inform the work I do with the archive today. We still, as Peter says, collect accounts of everyday life from people all over the UK, not diaries as the original mass observers did, but writing on themes, still very personal, first-hand accounts of experiences, feelings and opinions, really a documentary of Britain in people's own words. Many of these people might otherwise not have had their material archived, their stories looked after for the future. In fact, many may not have written at all if it hadn't been for the encouragement of mass observation. I have one little anecdote which makes a link between mass observation and the OU. One of the issues that I have to deal with, and that I take very seriously indeed, is the ethics of such a project. How to protect the privacy of people who are prepared to write so frankly about themselves, especially when it's used for research very soon after it arrives at Sussex. It's an important issue, and if I were to get it wrong, we could lose people's trust, and that would destroy the archive. However, I've learned over the years never to make assumptions about what matters to people. You would think that the sensitive issues are likely to be what people earn, maybe, their financial situation, or maybe their religious beliefs, or their politics, or maybe their intimate life, their sexuality, or their sexual orientation. But not everybody feels the same way. Some years ago, a man who joined the project said he really didn't mind what people knew about him, what his sex life was like, what he earned, what his finances were, didn't bother him. There was one thing, though, that he would like us to keep private. And this was, that he'd rather we didn't reveal to anyone, was that his wife was doing an Open University degree. Well, of course, I can't tell you who he was. And it was a while ago. But I did wonder what on earth went on in that household. And I think if it should be that his wife is here today, she deserves our special congratulations for all her secret studies. So I'll finish once again by thanking you for this wonderful, wonderful honour. And I accept it not only for myself, but on behalf of all the thousands of people, some of whom might be here today, in fact, who've taken part in mass observation over the years, and whose writing I shall continue to care for.
Vice-Chancellor, we now come to the part of today's ceremony that marks the presentation of graduates who have gained a